Where is it? Air, wind, all right. While I'm figuring this out, and I'm still checking to see if Vault is in the room. Let me type in VAULT. All right, so he did send it to me. Is this the dirty version? Yep, it is. All right, let me see. Yeah, he said he's in here. All right. So now your homeboy Kingpin really over supported, and he said you gotta check it out. So we're gonna see if it lives up to the thing. Big shout out to my homeboy Coach Jess for being the first person to buy one of the badges. Thank you for supporting. Vaultmoney is in the building. The song is called Drip. And let's see if it lives up to the hype, y'all.
Official, nigga, y'all know what time it is.
Make sure you guys like the live and share for me.
Around when they go through, I'm spinning back. Hey, bro, every day I wake up to a bad. Bitches wanna go out, I'm too busy chasing cash. Told her here a couple hundred, baby, put that on a brand new ad. Rollin' with a dripper, bitch, you gotta have some swag. Rollin' with a dripper, bitch, you gotta have some swag. Rollin' with a dripper, bitch, you gotta have some swag. Rollin' with a dripper, bitch, you gotta have some swag. I just go in the back, hit with a different set, and that's already gorgeous with the flex, flawless look finesse. I'm a beast, count my 20s with the crease, for my hundreds to the east, give them 50s to my daughters, and the kids to my little niece.
Alright, Kingpin, you weren't lying.
With the heat, I might have designer everything with Jordans on my feet. I'm important to the streets. I said quarters for a feet, said some more that they read. I'm like Curry with the three. My little shooter got the heat, he leave you buried for a feet. I got stripes, now I throw back. I'm too burrow with the chopper like the opera once they holler in the background.
Yo, Ricardo, you might want to tap in with Vaultmoney. Ricardo, stick around. You gotta check out Ricardo's, bro.
She kept trying to fuck, won't give it no head. I just want that mouth and then I'm out, bitch. I ain't want no tail. Go around, see what I got going on, little bitch, you gon' tell. And we gon' stand on business about that shit, that's some big game. Told them better pipe, but we gon' wipe them like the shit stand. Every day I wake up to a bed. These bitches wanna go out, I'm too busy chasing cash. I told her here a couple hundred, baby, put that on a brand new ad. Rollin' with a dripper, bitch, you gotta have some swag. Rollin' with a dripper, bitch, you gotta have some swag. Rollin' with a dripper, bitch, you gotta have some swag.
Alright, now someone in here said something, and I'm gonna address it in a second, but go ahead.
Rollin' with a dripper, bitch, you gotta have some swag.
Alright, let's address some of the things y'all said in the comments, and I'm gonna give you guys my feedback. Now, someone in the comments said this sounds like everything on the radio. You're right. You're very fucking right. But here's what y'all don't realize. It is not easy to sound like what's on the radio, because you either sound like everything that's on the radio, or you sound like a favor on the radio. The goal is to sound like something on the radio. So with that said, that actually is a really big compliment. He doesn't sound like a favor. But this is one of those songs that, because it does sound like everything that's on the radio, and part of the reason why is because he was really smart about making sure that he matched the average BPMs that everyone else has on the radio. When you guys are saying things sound like it's on the radio, what y'all gotta figure out is what part of it is what sounds like on the radio. He was smart about making sure that he had similar BPM, so that way, as a DJ, I really am gonna, y'all follow me on TikTok. I'm about to start giving you guys the DJ science behind music, so you guys understand as artists why BPMs are important, things like that. But because he has the right BPMs, I can slide this in right behind a Future song, or actually, his BPMs that he did on this are very similar to what Lil Baby uses. I can put this right behind a Lil Baby song, and it would flow right into that effortlessly. Also, as a DJ, we get you guys' vocals and acapellas. Because of that, I can actually take his acapellas, his vocals that are on this track, and I will probably be able to slide it on pretty much anything. Little trick of the trade is once you find out what the BPMs are that everyone is using, you can either double time it or half time it if you want to make sure that you have a change of tempo. Something to think about. But so with that said, with it falling into the right frame for radio airplay, it also means that it falls into the right frame for a couple of other things like sync licensing for movies, TV, other things like that. So don't be afraid of sounding like what's on the radio. I know that we're told for some reason that I don't want to sound like everything on the radio, but you got to look at the person who's telling you that. Are they musically where they want to be? Because you don't want to sound like everything on the radio, but yet we're demanding to get you there. So you're going to have a couple of songs that sound like the radio, even if that's not necessarily your forte. And I've got a couple of friends who are in the boom bap realm, and radio's not where they want to be, and I can understand that. But if the goal is radio, find out what it takes to sound like it. Don't be afraid of that. Don't take that as an insult. Don't think that it ruins your creativity, because being able to do things within the parameters that you need to get heard actually requires a lot of music science and knowledge. So embrace it. But again, if you're not making music for radio, that's cool too, just as long as you're making it great. So Turk, I fuck with this. This is the kind of music that definitely can hear it in a club. If you're I already know you're cool with a bunch of DJs that are out there that are in clubs. Don't be afraid to hand your record to them and get your music played. A lot of people think that it's more important for you to perform your song every time you get in the club. I'm going to give you a bit of advice. Especially because I know you be going to really, really, really poppin' ass places. There's a lot of people who are less likely to allow you to perform, but tip your DJ and just get him to drop your record. Hear me out. I'm about to give you some good advice. Don't worry about it. But get them to drop your record. Don't touch a mic. Social media algorithms and social media in general love seeing artists partying to their music more than performing their music. Plus, it makes your music look like it's already out. It's already jumping. The only time I see music online where every time the music is being played, they're performing it, tells me that they're a startup artist. You're at a point where we're in professionalism lane. Get them to drop that music. Get your camera guy to just film you vibing in the club, going crazy to your shit, then post that. That shit will actually go viral. That shit will make labels look at you. That's more important than grabbing a mic. And that's a word of advice for everybody in there. But I'm giving that to him particularly because of the fact that the song sounds like everything else on the radio. So you guys gotta understand, when I hear shit like that, when I hear sounds like everything on the radio, my mind goes, great. Now what do we gotta do to make you also appear like the artist on the radio? Because at that point, we've already surpassed the other steps. We got it. We got a good record. Next step is, how do I make sure my fans know that I'm not just another artist. I am me. You do that by making yourself look cool as fuck. Get that song out there and get video footage of just the song being out there. At this point, we bypass the holding the mic phase. They know you can perform it, and you know you can perform it. Get one good tape and then move on from there. But fire track, and I hope that this advice that I gave for him also rings for a lot of you other artists out there that are making the music that sounds like it's already on the radio. I love that for you. Don't sound like a favor. Sound like everything else is on the radio, okay? All right.